do we dream of? What makes us rise up? What chases, what moves us to never give up? Some may have little, and others have more. We empty ourselves, so others may soar. We can cheer from the sidelines or run the game. No need to keep score. Our team's one and the same. We are Team Philliphines with our torch shining bright. This is our home court. We fight the good fight. We are Team Philliphines. We step up to the plate. We all come together to finish the race. We are Team Philliphines. We are Team Philliphines. When we need a timeout and we get off track, we stars in the sun, help find our way back. When we're down to the count, there's no giving up. We raise up each other till we all reach the top. We can cheer from the sidelines or run the game. No need to keep score. Our teams are one and the same. We are Team Phillippines with our torch shining bright. This is our home court. We fight the good fight. We are Team Phillippines. We step up to the plate. We all come together to finish the race.
We all come together, the best version of ourselves. So when it's when we work as one, it's us and no one else. We call it by any hand when we lift each other up. Forget our own pursuits, it's all about what we're giving back. Lay down your time and treasure, for this is our allegiance. We win as one, no matter what our gender, race, religion. We stand.
And the conclusion is here. Philippines, Indonesia, the final game to decide who is gonna go home with a gold medal. And of course, this is the 30th Southeast Asian Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang Discipline, and we are your chatcasters. I am Nomad.
And I am Yuko. So, first two bans for Team Indonesia, a Kaja and an Esmeralda, like we have mentioned right after Game 4 ended. But a Ling and a Masha ban for Team PH. Harith open, Xborg open, Grok open, Harith gonna be locked in by Indonesia.
Amasha ban is a good call for the Philippines because they do not want the split push potential from happening on their end, because they do not want to be on the receiving end. Indonesia, on the other hand, picking up the Harris opens up the Xborg, opens up the Granger, but that's going to be a lot of options for the Philippines to pick up here, and Indonesia can very well steal that Granger away from the Philippines, and that is a very crucial Granger as well.
Strongly believe that Team PH should secure the Granger. So, Xborg Granger, Grok Granger, but it will be an Xborg and a Granger.
They're still floating on the Xborg now. It's going to be locked up.
Your team is
Now they could go for a Grok. Grok is a very good choice here. A Kufra might actually work well for Indonesia here in order for them to at least catch Granger whenever he tries to go for the dash out. Go for the bouncing ball would work well, and there you go. And a Cho. They're going to be stealing the Cho away from Villia. That is a nice call. They do not want any of the split pushes from happening.
But here's the thing, Villia still has his thumbs, and from the stats, Villia is better with a thumbs.
That is true.
Well, let's talk about the mages. Nepomuceno could go for a Kagura or a Gord. We saw him hover it one time, but still very situational. But it will be really good though to use, especially Gord's ultimate, if ever anyone or someone tries to go near the Granger or any squishy unit that's from his side.
Your team is
A
back.
very tough call. Basha is going to be banned here by Indonesia.
Mental games, man.
We are seeing both of these coaches doing all they can to try to think up a winning strategy here for these guys. Claude is going to be banned out by the Philippines.
Lolita up for grabs, maybe even Franco, if but Anon opts for that pick. It's gonna be a last mage, I guess, given that Harith was already picked up by the blue side.
Kagura actually might work well for them. Because of that, Yin Yang Overturn is going to be forcing Harith away from the Zaman Force. But yeah, Lolita is going to be a good call here. Nominal Blast into the Zaman Force of Julianto there. Might actually do the trick.
Tari's open for Team Indonesia if they do use it. And yeah, Claude was banned out. Ranger got selected. A hover on Jawhead. A thumbs, okay.
A Zask?
Your team
Zask is one of the underrated heroes in the current pool that we have. Zask can melt turrets. Zask can melt away HP bars if he gets his items. That is the main problem there. They need to focus on Zask here. Zask is the primary threat here for the Philippines. Kagura is going to be the answer to that.
The amount of harass and early game pressure that Zaz can do towards a marksman, maybe even a mage, is very strong. Lunox gonna be locked in maybe by Team PhD. I want that AoE damage, honestly, so I think they could have gone with Kagura, but trust the call. These are pro players, even in Team Indonesia, so let's just trust with their draft.
I don't know. Indonesia is one of the safer compositions here because Zask is again one of the underrated heroes here. They are going to go for the split push type of thing. Probably not split push, but aid Zask in melting away the turret's HP bars. Everybody is going into the game now. Hypes from everybody. It's now down to the wire here. One more game.
One game to decide who will stand up and get that golden medal and who will get away with a silver. Again, guys, this is Game 5, Indonesia versus Team PH, the final game. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to share the live stream and tag your friends. This is history. 23 seconds in.
It's going to be a tough call to see who's going to win this because both of the compositions are good for these guys.
Right, Putra receiving a lot of damage. A nice harass coming in from Xborg and the Lunox right here. Bataan and Arcangel immediately securing that buff. They should get this. They should commit to this buff. And I believe they were able to get that buff. Bataan receiving a lot of damage in a tight spot right now, but he still makes it out of there alive. Right, so here, going back to the mid lane of Pomoceno, just using that third skill to giant dish out damage. Ridwan gonna clear out the waves, and nice Guardian's Barrier from Castro Mayor right there.
Yep, again, we just have to focus on this Zask. He does have that Nightmare that he can spawn anywhere, and he can morph into the Nightmare as soon as he reaches level 4. He can reposition himself away from the fire or in towards fight when the Philippines least expect it. And a lot of hazardous materials there because the slow on those little shell things there are going to be a huge problem here.
Ooh, flicker out from this show, so that is an one ultimate down for Lunox at least, given that she has 2 ultimates. But the Anon jumps in straight into Kufra's face, but Kufra is immediately in bouncing ball mode.
Buff is going to be secured here by Philippines.
Turtle gonna be up in 2 more seconds for Stams and Xborg just there at the top lane. No duels actually.
Firdaus
jumps
Paris
in,
Rage.
gets walled in. What will happen? Castro Mayor still makes it out of there alive. Given that Putra does not have the Way of the Dragon yet, he's only at level 3.
The Pomoceno is a big threat here on the
One more!
Diving the turret! Does not mind
Nice.
the turret aggro.
He knew he can secure that kill, so he's like, yeah, third aggro, what's third aggro? Let's just go.
That's gonna be your first blood secured by the Philippines. Turtle might be stolen here by Julianto, and it is gonna be secured by Julianto, running away with that.
Fade away with a smile, but of course, Team PH, they still have that 1 kill, and gold advantage is almost non-existent here. Almost 3 minutes in Pomoceno. The prime target for people right now, Way of the Dragon, gonna be committed, but nope, immediately on Order of Brilliance.
Nepomuceno in the back lines are being targeted by Julianto. Julianto is a good duelist on that thumbs.
Granger's still alone, of course, in the bot lane, still focusing on getting that farm in. 3 people just right here at their buff side, just so it won't be taken away from the Nepomuceno, committing his ultimate to secure the buff as quickly as he can. Next objective is up in 73 seconds.
Good call to go for the turtle here as the Philippine representative. They are going to try to push out this bottom lane turret. Putra and Julianto are going to be there.
Nice stun coming in. He does have the ultimate but decided to not commit. Putra gets away. Will Lunox commit her ultimate though? Looks like she does not have it. Just one more. Okay.
They didn't need
It
to
went up
expend
at the right time.
ultimates, but that is going to be a trade. Gustian starting to hurt here. Securing the first third of the game, and that's where the problem arises for the Philippines. Zask, again, a beast against turrets.
The discipline from Granger and Lunox right here, always
Luminum
cutting those minion waves.
Oh!
Luminum blast
The flicker
it did hit, and killing spree coming in over to Lunox. Ramping up damage, another turret down. Team PH in a good spot, but Indonesia, they are one clash away from disseminating or ridding the advantage.
Jeet Kundo, Zamafor is going to be committed. Nepomuceno is going to be the primary focus here. There goes the last insanity by Villa, not catching a lot of people there. Red 1's going to get taken out by Nepomuceno, and Putra in the back lines will not be able to make it out. Firdaus is going to be the next target. Zask is joining in the fray. That's going to be Gustian morphing out of his nightmare.
Ooh.
Not going to be able to escape. That's the only problem that Gustian has. As soon as he morphs out of his nightmare, he is vulnerable.
Will they do it? Will they be able to take out this? Oh, did Bataan use his Luminum Blast there? It was worth it though. I mean, they got to kill Cooper, and this is a free turtle 8-1 in favor of Team PH.
Yeah, that's going to be the turtle secured. Still, gold lead is almost non-existent here. Only a couple of hundred in favor of the Philippines. But the Zask opened up the top lane really well. Top
You
side
mentioned that Zask can melt down towers with just his ultimate. So top lane will be something that Team PH should always keep their eyes on. But they have Villiers to take care of that. And might I just say, Nepomuceno 7-0 on this Lunox.
7-0, and they need to shut down that Lunox as soon as they can, because Lunox will be the big problem here on the side of Indonesia. Meanwhile, though, Indonesia, they're not doing bad for themselves. Harris is 0-1-0. Sure, he hasn't much skills, but he does have his Calamity Reaper up
Yes.
and running.
They just need a good opening or a good time. Maybe at this point in time, they could opt for pickoffs. Nepomuceno is usually alone, so try to catch him off guard. But then again, they haven't even touched the Granger yet.
Yeah. Again, Granger, Lunox, primary damage user on the side of the Philippines can be picked off because of that Sonata not connecting any bullet.
2, Athena Shield being secured and picked up by Team Indonesia. Right here, Julianto, of course, clearing out the waves there.
A big fight. You're going to be backing off here. Good disengage by Indonesia.
Smooth disengage indeed. 4 people applying pressure at the mid lane. Nice guardian's barrier from Castro Maya right here. Look at him. He does not mind just jumping at the back lines.
The Nightmare going to be used to dwindle down the HP of that turret minion. The cannon minion, I mean.
Nepomuceno just hiding at the burst side. I think he got spotted there. Oh no!
Yo, this is going to be a 4v2. Indonesia in the upper hand here. Nepomuceno is going to be charged out. Zama Force is going to be committed.
Committed
no
his
follow-through.
ultimate just so he can dash out. That's okay. He was able to make it out of there alive. But nice box in from Indonesia. It just so happened that...
Do connects. Wild charge by Casamayor.
Okay, Villa just torching out those spawns, and Casamayor just zoning out the enemies just so he will create space for Team PH. Turtle already up. Granger still there at the backline having a duel against this Toms.
Blade of Despair being picked up by Arcangel. Gonna start to be a problem here for Indonesia. Mid lane is gonna be sieged up. And the Indonesian, they need to respond to this. Firdaus goes in with the Tyrant's Rage. Goes for the bouncing ball to escape. They are all crumpled up together. Not gonna be in a good
Blast.
spot. That is going to be the Luminum Blast. Catching Cho would actually be the primary target. No, he's gonna be able to escape. And they are gonna be disengaging, instead focusing on this turtle.
Okay, this could most probably be non-contested unless Stamps can do something about this again. Turtle being taken out immediately by Team PH. Harith alone there at the bot lane. 3 people applying pressure at the mid lane and they were able to take out another outer turret. Harith still alone in the bot lane, gets spotted by Castro Mayor. Sticker, hi, hello, what's up, what's good in the hood, but that's not being used by Arcangel.
Rit1 now in a bad spot. Zaman Force not available for him to escape. Will be able to Chrono Dash, but not as much. You shouldn't have looked back.
That was a good flicker in by Bataanon. Alright, here, again, at the Immortality already being picked up by X-Borg, and for now, Team PH, they have the map which Kasamayo receiving a lot of damage from, of course, that. Kufra, Bataanon decides to join the party. Mini Blast gonna be charged.
Casted, connected onto Firdaus.
Gonna be a hit. Alright, they decided to just play it safe.
Playing safe indeed, but while that's happening, Julianto is going to be on the top side pushing this top lane turret.
Arcangel able to get the buff from Indonesia. They are starving the Harith and Zaz of resources that they can get.
Courage Mask going to be picked up by Castro Mayor. They're going to have to disengage here. Indonesia doing a good job just deterring this push. The X-Borg is in the top lane, going to try to outshove it because that is the impact that Zask has made in this game. And Gustian really doing well. He needs to find another opening here to try to at least get the bottom lane going for him. But there goes the stun onto Putra. Goes for the Jeet Kune Do, connects onto Bataanon. No follow-throughs here with the Wave of the Dragon because it is not available. Castro Mayor charging in. Not going to go for the wild charge just yet. Waiting for the perfect opportunity. Zaman Force is going to be committed there. As well as the Luminous Blast. Luminous Blast is going to be cancelled onto Bataanon. Nice use of the Jeet Kune Do there. The Castro Mayor with the wild charge. Catches a lot of people. There goes the last Insanity connecting. Gosiando able to pick off Lunox there. So that's 1 damage healer away from the Philippines.
A lot of damage being
is not
received by
gonna...
Julianto. Will you be able to get out of there? Apparently, yes, he does. Caught on Inferno, and lifesteal is just too much from the Stamps. But that was a 2-for-1 in favor of Team PH. 10 minutes in, 2-11.
Slowly but surely, Julianto is now becoming a threat here onto the Philippine side. He is doing a good job with his sustain. He's doing a good job with his duels. But when it comes to a full-on team fight, that is where Indonesia is sort of lacking here because a lot of the initiations are on the side of the Philippines. 1 Luminum Blast is just what it takes to turn the tides in favor of the Philippines. But then again, Indonesia can go for skirmishes. If they can force out a pick-off here on anybody on the side of the Philippines, they will have the upper hand.
Ooh, a stun on Butcher right there. But of course, these 2 tanks aren't gonna do much. They're just gonna give vision for their team. X-Borg trying to get that top lane turret, but was immediately shut down or at least stopped by this Stamps.
They're gonna be forced to use the Jeet Kune Do to get out of there. They're eyeing out the Lord.
These 2 tanks are always together. I think that's adorable. they're
Oh, Ridwan, the damage alpha from Arcangel. There goes Firdaus, gonna try to stop this push from happening. Castro Mayor though. Gustian goes for the ultimate. Putra in the back lines, being dueled out by Arcangel. Castro Mayor goes for the wild charge. Gonna be forced to back off, and they are gonna be starting up the level 1 Lord here. Not in a good position, Indonesia. HPs are very low, and they are gonna be forced to back off here. Lolita, Bataanon is gonna be forced to stop any
non-contested Lord.
Bataanon did a good job to stop Kufra from coming in. Just went for a quick duel there. But Indonesia, 1 opening from Zask is all they need in order to secure the turrets.
Wave of the Dragon was committed to Granger earlier, but he was fast on clicking that Purify, and because of that, Cho was not able to be in the fight.
12 minutes into the game, 6,000 gold lead by the Philippines.
Tension is high. A lot of people have their eyes glued onto their screens. What will happen next? Putra gets stunned, but I don't think that Team PH will commit. Immortality being picked up by Lolita right here.
Putra goes in, goes for the Wave of the Dragon onto Castro Mayor. I don't think that is a good choice for Indonesia. Could have instead tried to go for Nepomuceno there, but it is what it is. That is going to be 1 ultimate expended. The Lord is making his way over to the bottom side, and I think the Philippines is going to make a lot of space here for the Lord to push up. They're sieging up the mid lane. It is a very crucial lane here for Indonesia. Indonesia, they have to bring in all they got in order to stop this from happening. Gets the Jeet Kune Do onto Castro Mayor. They're going to be backing off real quick. You go
There
see.
are no more minions, but again, the Lord is marching here at the bot lane. 4 people waiting for the opening. Putra receiving a lot of damage. Ultimates available except for Granger. What will happen? Oh my goodness, Castle Mayor got...
Oh, Putra
There's
is
the
going to be
dragon.
there. Villia goes for the last insanity, brings them down. The Pomoceno secures the kill. Numenor Blast is going to be canceled here by Julianto, and they are going to be forced to fall back. I mean, the Numenor Blast is not going to be casted as yet. Julianto going in for the duels, buying a lot of time for his team. That is a good call.
More opening, more breathing time for Team Indonesia, but of course, that's not is the film. Numenor Blast.
Numenor Blast
being charged
connects!
as well. Harith got hit by the Numenor Blast, but Team PH, they decided to not overstay. They could give it a go, but better safe than sorry. But that was a 2 for none in favor of the blue side.
Still a lot of time for Indonesia. A good call by Julianto. A good sacrifice to just push everybody back and allow the rest of Team Philippines to go back towards the tier 2 side of the bottom lane. Give Indonesia a lot of room to post up in order for them to be able to defend the push from coming. But this is going to be a team fight that they need to secure. Bataano and Firdaus is in the backside. There goes the last insanity committing onto a lot of people. Gastian is going to be forced to use his ultimate in order to survive that fight. Then that is going to be the Philippines coming out on top. 1-4-2 trade so far. You're moments away from securing the gold medal here.
Putra forced to go back, and Arcangel uses Rondo to try and chase out that Ghost. And did you see the damage that the Granger was able to apply on that Ghost? And of course, Dunox gonna use his third skill to try and clear out the waves, and he was able to Juliano.
Oh,
Make that a
Juliano.
1v2, make that a 1v3. No! Yes, you have life steal, but there's 3 of us here at the top lane.
It's now a 4v2. Hoover is going to be up in 6 seconds, and they need to secure this. There goes the immortality being popped on the Putra. Putra's going to go down. There goes the Numenor Blast. Philippines, they are moments away from securing the gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games, but this is going to be Indonesia fighting for their lives. They do manage to stop the push. Firdaus is going to go down. It's just going to be down to Red 1. He needs to make sure all his chrono dashes count.
They need to take out Harith first. They need to bag that kill before they can go with a season, maybe a base
This
shot.
one's
And
going to go down.
Harith got
Here
taken
it
out.
is. The Philippines are winning their gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games.
The Philippines are able to commit and reach that dream. To everyone who is supporting Team PH right now, we have secured the gold medal for the SEA Games under MLBB. I'm very sorry for shouting. You guys should turn down the volume of your phones, but this is a phenomenal moment for our country. Look at the coaches, the players, but of course, Team Indonesia, they are very strong. That was a tough series to win.
That was a well-fought match, and we do see the Philippine side cheering. All the support staff are there on top, on the stage. Believe this is the first gold medal that the Philippines have secured in the esports.
Yes.
Yeah, they did all they can. The Indonesian reps fought as hard as they can as well. That was a beautiful fight from each and every single person in this game, and
That's
Arcangel
Arcangel putting on his
putting
sock.
on his sock.
So from 2-1 to 3-2, PH, you have secured that gold medal. Look at the comments right now. You saying congratulations to our Team Cebu. So here's the things. Early in that game 5, early game, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Indonesia's mental state was kinda fidgety, or they were under a lot of pressure. As the Team PH, they have the advantage, and like what you may have noticed, they are taking things very, very slow. They only went all out the moment there was an inner turret taken out. Nice wild charge from Castro Mayor, by the way.
And again, the opening that Indonesia has there was on Gatian, on that Zask. If only they were able to create a lot of space, it might have been a different story. Able to push out the first two turrets in the top side was already the opener for that Indonesia needs. But the Philippines were just able to add a lot of pressure on the side of Indonesia, forcing team fights away from where their deficit was, which was on the top side. And Philippines, really, they did a good job in picking off the right targets in the team fights. Again, on this fight, Julianto doing a good job just forcing everybody away from the Philippines, away from their tier 3 turrets. This fight could have been a fight that Indonesia shouldn't have took.
Yes.
It could have been a different story nonetheless. I mean, they could have just went back, shoved out the lanes and not go for team fights. They had Zask. He could have just pushed topside. That was not a good call by Indonesia, but it is what it is. Philippines coming out on top in this historic victory. The first in the Mobile Legends Bang Bang discipline.
Heart exploded in that Rhapsody, and from there, it was a Team PH game. That was a wipeout. They had the death timers calculated